I used to do like 4 or 5 dolphin kicks off the walls, and that would probably get me about 5 to 7 meters underwater. You know, it was 1984. Nobody was using it. You know, I started it, but that next generation came around and took it further than I did. I might be the one that originated and started this, but they really took it to Olympic level.
So now we're moments away from the start of the 100-meter backstroke. 100 meters out and back. It's over fast, and they start underwater. 3 of the swimmers for extended periods of time. Burkhoff, Blastov in lane 4.
Look at this. 10, 20 meters, only 3 people on the surface, 5 underwater. 6 up, 7 up. Murphy still under. But Burkhoff has the lead.
Burkhoff comes out of the water with the lead. He has turned this into a 35-meter start, a 65-meter swim, and now under a world record split again, just above it actually. But Burkhoff has the lead. David Burkhoff starts down the final straight in this 100-meter backstroke. He's being challenged and very strongly now by Suzuki, and coming up is Polyansky.
Hello, ¿me escuchas? Well, as a young swimmer, I used to play around a lot on the water with my fins, and I was pretty fast doing butterfly kicks underwater. But in 1976, I was at the U.S. Nationals. I was 14 years old, and I was swimming the 200 backstroke next to John Neighbor. And John was a very big guy, and I'm a short guy. And I was just saying to myself, if I get behind him on the starts, I'm going to be swimming on his wake the whole time. So I decided to do the underwaters coming up the starts, and it worked pretty well. And after that, I continued to develop it and use it in my turns and stuff like that.
Hello? For 1987, many swimmers from different countries in the United States and Russia and Japan and from Europe start to make more practice as butterfly kick underwater because much faster than backstroke swim on the top level of water. Many swimmers like David Burkhoff, Nachi Suzuki, we are still very good butterfly kick underwater, plus flexible, it's still strong enough for legs, and of course my speed underwater was very fast. Dachi and Burkhoff was much faster than me, butterfly kick underwater, especially because this is backstroke sprint and for short distance, especially for short courses, will be one of the best. In the year 1988, it was my first Olympic Games. I was 21 years old, and 200 meters backstroke and 100 meters backstroke was very suitable for me to make a podium.
レースが始まる直前はやはりそこでは勝負の人になって一番取りたいという気持ちでやっていましたが、私は3コースでコース紹介っていうんですかね、レーン3とか第一続きみたいなことを言われて、手を振るんですが、手を振ってちょこちょこって歩いていくときに足がこう震えてたんですね。私も十分緊張してるなっていうのを感じたんですが、まして非常に速い泳法だなというふうに私は思っておりました。この水中のドルフィンキックの練習を、バサルキックの練習を朝練習の時必ずしてまして、足ひれというフィンをつけて練習しているので何とも言えないんですが、50メートルは軽く潜れるんですね。隣で4コースのデビッド・バーコフ選手の顔を見たら、私よりもなんか緊張しているように見えて、自分だけじゃないんだなっていうことを感じまして、自分にも十分勝つチャンスがあるなというふうに思いました。
I'm not sure for exactly my race for 100 meters backstroke, is because of this happened so quick. David and Suzuki swimming faster than me first 50 meters because they have very good and strong butterfly kick underwater. But one of the main goals was try to swimming maybe second 50 meters backstroke as fast as possible.
予選では25メートルしか潜らなかったんですが、バーコフ選手が35メートル潜ってるっていう、この10メートルの間にものすごい差をつけられているのは予選でビデオを撮ってもらったのを見てすぐ分かりましたので、この決勝で私も25メートルではなく30メートルまで潜って、レースに対しては私もう何年も前からポリャンスキー選手やバーコフ選手と将来戦うことになるだろうなと思ってですね、ずっとイメージトレーニングっていうのをずっとやってきまして、何度も毎日1回はやるんですが、タッチの差で私が勝つだろうっていうようなイメージをずっとしてきまして、そのレース終わった後、自分のレースをビデオで見たときに、自分のそのイメージした通りにレースが行われまして、今でも本当にそのポリャンスキー選手やバーコフ選手と一緒に戦えたことを本当に誇りに思ってますし、そういう当時はそのアメリカとソ連という超両大国の選手にですね、勝てたことを本当に私自身も嬉しく思っています。そのオリンピックで優勝して、そうですね、どこ行っても注目されるようになりまして、いろんな人に名前を知っていただいたっていうのはあるんですが、競技を集中してできなくなるような環境でもありまして、オリンピックのチャンピオンということで、だいぶ一時的にはその生活がだいぶ混乱したなっていうところもあります。
I think that race just gave whole media attention, the worldwide attention, to one of the most unorthodox and chaotic beginnings of a 100 backstroke race ever, with 5 of the 8 finalists going at least 25 meters underwater from the start. You'll never see this anymore. I think that just opened everybody's eyes up and saying, oh, why is everybody underwater kicking that far? They're faster than people who are actually swimming above the water. So I think that was sort of like an eye-opener for not for just the public, but also for coaches and for other swimmers as well.
The unofficial winner, Hashei Suzuki, Japan, 55.05.
3레인의 수즈키 선수가 55초 02이어서 1위 선수입니다. 이 기록은 공인 기록이며 잠시 후
I met Suzuki, and Suzuki told me that many years back when I was in Japan, in one of those clubs, he was one of the swimmers there. So he said, I learned that day about the Vasallo technique, and they called it the Vasallo technique from then on. It's an honor, and it was really nice to hear him, recognize that.